All right, so I'm live with another one of these things. Man, this is like a confessional. Um, I recently had some people point some things out that bother me a little bit, and I just want to address that really quickly. For those of you who aren't aware, recently my podcast editor, a virtual assistant and friend, Mandy, and I parted ways on a business basis and possibly personally. It wasn't very pretty or pleasant, but there are some things that I really feel like I need to address. I'm not going to go into the whole spiel here, but as far as what happened, because that's between she and I. If you want to discuss it with her and she wants to discuss it with you, that's up to her. But I'm not going to go into everything that went down between us. Instead, there are a few things that I just want to make sure are very clear. Some folks went and listened to the Entreprogrammers podcast, particularly episodes 124 and 125, if I remember right, in which I discussed some disagreements that I was having with Mandy. I was attempting to figure out how I could make things work or continue to work with her. So essentially, I was trying to find a way that I could resolve the issues and continue to have her work for me. But as things progressed, it didn't really work out that way. There were some things said in the show, not necessarily by me, but by some of the other hosts. I may have said some things. I listened to them. I didn't hear anything that made me think that I had bad-mouthed her, but at the same time, some folks have said that it came across that she was not an intelligent person or that her work ethic or moral standards were brought into question. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that I do not feel that that is the case with Mandy. She is a hard worker. I believe that she does right by her clients. I don't think she has a problem seeing or perceiving reality regarding the workplace or anything else. I'll also admit that there were some communication issues that I probably could have done better on, and I probably should have stuck up for her a little bit more during the show. But that being said, the main thrust of this is that, and I'm not going to defend anything that happened on Entreprogrammers, I just want to be very clear that if you listen to those shows and you got the impression that I think less of her, or if I hurt her reputation in any way, I want you to consider that I worked with Mandy for 5 years, and she did a terrific job on the shows. She did a terrific job on everything else that I handed to her. There were some other concerns that came to light, not with her personally, just with the way that my business was going and the decisions that I had to make. And so we wound up parting ways. I know some of the things that were said were personal on the show. Again, I don't recall having said any of them myself, but that is entirely possible. I did listen, and I do feel that this statement is consistent with what I said there. And in episode 124, I pointed out that she's a good person and a hard worker, and anyone would be lucky to have her. But if there's any doubt regarding Mandy and her work ethic, moral ethics, intelligence, or anything else, her ability to perform, you can lay those to rest right now. She is a terrific person. She does a terrific job with everything she does. And I want to make sure that there is absolute clarity when it comes to that. And that if I have, like I said, injured her reputation in any way, that's my fault and not hers. And that that if you are looking to hire her, she comes with a very, very high recommendation from me. Thank you.